Hello, everyone. I got to talk to Mikey from Legends of Avantris about their new Daggerheart show. Videos like this are made possible by going to my Patreon. That allows me to go to these conventions, do these interviews, and cover the games you know and love. So there's been some exciting news. I'm here with Mikey, obviously. You might know Mikey from Legends of Avantris. You've announced that you are actually going to do a live play show using Daggerheart. How did this come about?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked to the folks at Daggerheart, Darrington, Critical Role on and off for a while now. And I think that, we've been really excited watching the developments of Daggerheart, watching their whole release schedule, and then finally when it launched and we got to take a look at the copy that they sent us, we had been discussing a partnership for a while, but then once I saw the Colossus of the Drylands, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is Weird West plus Attack on Titan plus Shadow of the Colossus. Like, I am 1,000,000% in. So it's been this thing where since the Crooked Moon started, I haven't been DMing or GMing at all.
Oh, wow.
And not started since like the work got super crazy.
Yeah.
And I saw the campaign frame, and I have to GM this. Like, there's no other way that I gotta GM it. So
it's too weird.
Yeah, it's too weird. It's too cool. It's way too much. It's the intersection of all of my special topics, or many of my special topics, and so I figured, you know what, I'll GM it, and there's actually a really fun, it's freedom in the confines of only having 3 sessions, and telling a full arc. I really find that narrative challenge fun. We struck up the partnership, and we always knew that we were going to do something together.
Yeah.
And we just, weren't sure exactly how it would start. And so this is a great first beginning to that partnership.
I love how I'm always behind the curve, because I was like, you guys should really work with Avantris. And they're like, yeah, we know.
That's really amazing.
I'm like, cool.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Talking about it tomorrow.
What else got you excited about Daggerheart? I've just reading the thing that I've run into a lot is I read the book and then I close it and I daydream. But yeah, that's setting that there's something about the Old West and sci-fi always hits home, but those campaign frames are fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I think what's really cool about the campaign frames is that right off the bat, they're giving you the handholds. They say right up the bat, what is this inspired by? And so, you immediately have the handholds of where it's it's Attack on Titan. It is, Weird West, including Red Dead Redemption and all the various, Western stories like that. Or there's the one that is kind of inspired by A Song of Ice and Fire. One is kind of inspired by Final Fantasy VI. And you have those immediate handholds to start getting inspiration. And I think that's a really good practice for folks to help their imagination and start their research and get in the right headspace. And so I think that it's a good sign when the world building and the setting stuff that's in there is immediately evoking and sparking your imagination.
You have a unique perspective into the role playing space.
Yeah.
And so what do you think is responsible for Daggerheart taking off? Because they keep on selling out.
Oh yeah.
There is kind of a momentum and energy.
Yeah.
Even on the show floor, people talking about it constantly. What do you think is behind that?
I think there's a variety of reasons that all kind of add up. I think that Critical Role has just done an amazing job marketing it, right?
Yeah.
I have a 10-year marketing degree before jumping on and doing this full time, and so that's kind of helped our own stuff. And I can see the marketing efforts that they've done, the fact that they've spent so long building it up, and they've given people the time to learn it, to embrace it.
Yeah.
Change is scary for some people, change is hard for some people,
Yeah.
because there's been this ramp up for Daggerheart to kind of seep into the general public consciousness of the community. I think that's been great. They've done a great job presenting it in a variety of different ways. They've been playing it for over a year now, right? Yeah. I first played Daggerheart a year ago at Gen Con.
Yeah.
And I think that just when it comes to the game, it's easy to jump in. It's fewer rules to learn. You don't have to, study quite as hard. And, I think that there's also a hunger for the less high fantasy tropes and themes.
Yeah.
And I think that the campaign frames offer that. I mean, Weird West with giant titans walking around.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome, right? And so I think the variety of the campaign frames, I think they do have the kind of medieval political faction one for your ice and fire nerds, like myself. But, I think that the variety of the worlds as well. And then, I think that also what we've learned as publishers is that, you can do all of this work of having these cool species and options and like having the really connected to the lore, have it deep or referential, the cool folklore. But like most people just want to play a cute little guy. They just want to play a cute little thing. And I think that there's plenty of species and options in Daggerheart to play a cute little guy.
Yeah.
There's the simian species, the frog species, the mushroom species.
My wife Megan is obsessed with the ribbit.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that just when you give people the option to play a cute little guy, I think that also resonates.
It's hard not to play a cute little guy.
I mean,
and then you can do against type. You can be a cute little guy, but like, gravelly
cold
Tom
blood.
Waits.
Oh yeah, cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded little guy.
And you can basically just have the story of Rango in Colossus of the Drylands.
It's true, actually. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
When is this new show going to start?
November 3rd is when we start, and it's basically rapid fire, 1 week. It's basically over in 2 weeks. It's like, Arcane, right? It drops like, 333 and then it's over.
Yeah.
So basically, it's this one, the 3rd, and then 1 week later, and then 1 week later is the finale. And then we're off to PAX Unplugged. And so, it'll be right as we're getting into the holiday season. And so we're really looking forward to it. I am going to rewatch Deadwood and Attack on Titan, maybe.
Yeah. What a weird. That's a good pitch right there. Deadwood.
Yeah. Two of my special topics, my special interests.
Except for YouTube will penalize you for the language.
No, I gotta find a way. Yeah, I gotta find a way to really rein that back.
It's just gonna be all
the
leaps.
Deadwood. Oh yeah, exactly right. I need to figure out. I gotta work on all of my various accents, and that'll be fun.
You have a unique perspective on Daggerheart because you've recently had to learn it. What's your advice for people who want to learn Daggerheart, jump into role playing? Because I think a lot of that audience is also new to role playing in general, potentially. But there's also a lot of D&D players who are like, okay, maybe I can learn a new system right now, or game masters as well. Like, what's your advice to game masters, to new players about Daggerheart?
So, I mean, I think that the advice that I would give for Daggerheart is really the same thing for any tabletop role-playing game, whether it's D&D, whether you're playing Daggerheart, whether you're getting into Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, Pirate Borg, right? It's really, the rules are secondary to the environment at the table you're trying to set and the collaborative storytelling, right? It's really about, remember, focus on the alignment with the table about what your goals are. And I think this is what, the advice that I give to a lot of, folks who ask us of like, I have X problem at the table and Y person is being difficult, or, there's this thing. And the answer is almost, or the heart of the problem is very often that there was a misalignment of what you're seeking to get out of this role-playing game, and a misalignment of what the group is trying to get out of sitting down and spending 2 to 4 to 6 plus hours together. And I think that's really, the same advice that I would give for Daggerheart is like, or any system, is find the alignment, make sure that find the alignment of what you want out of this game, and make sure that what you're building as a GM, or the character that you're building, or the energy you're bringing to the table, matches up with that alignment of what you're seeking. If you want a group that wants to have more narrative focus, make sure that you're allowing for those narrative moments. If you're the GM, give the spotlight. Think about the narrative. Think about the story arc that you're telling. If it's a group who just wants to roll some dice, beat up some monsters, and have a good time there, be cool with, having 3, 4, 5 back-to-back combats, or a boss fight that lasts 2-3 hours, right? Like, and not get frustrated with that, right? That's the overall role-playing advice that I get. Find the alignment, and then also, if there is bring that energy to the table where that is welcome, and that people are feeling good and not made to feel small or foolish for what they're trying to get out of this game. And then, I think for practical advice, like how to learn the system, I mean, there's a lot of amazing resources. I had a lot of very privileged way to learn the game from Spencer and Rowan from Darrington
Yeah.
teaching me the game. I had the folks themselves teaching me, but I mean, it's very easy to pick up.
And
Yeah.
good teachers like Spencer
Oh my
and Rowan
gosh.
are great. Like I remember 3 years ago,
Excellent.
We were at Party at Gen Con. Everyone else is having a very typical party experience. We were just in the corner, and they're teaching me Daggerheart.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I've been saying this con. I was like, they're amazing teachers and amazing ambassadors to the game, right? It's the enthusiasm and the positivity, right? It's like, and the optimism, like that's what we need in this space. And I think that that's a really good. It was a great entryway for me into the game. But yeah, I mean, I think that there's just tremendous resources online, and making sure that at the end of the day, rule zero of any TTRPG is like you're the GM, and focus on the rules and enforcing the rules that is leading to the best overall experience of the game. And honestly, that's kind of how we approach tabletop games in general. Whether we're playing D&D 5e, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay that we play every week, we play Pirate Borg or a Borg hack that we made, occasionally. Like the intention is always, we still want to have the rules. Like we don't want it to just be guided improv. We love playing by the book. We have the occasional rule of cool or the occasional homebrew, but we like to stick to the rules as much as possible. In certain campaigns, absolutely. In Uprooted, I'm like, we're not going to roll. Doesn't really matter. Like that's just more kind of goofing off. But like most campaigns, like we want to play by the book, rules as written, and that's right for our table. But there are some tables who want to play more strict than we do. There are some tables they're going to want to play a lot less strict than we do.
Yeah.
And it's about making sure that there is the alignment and the agreement and the collaboration that of what side of what side of that axis that you're going to be on.
Thank you so much again to Mikey for talking about Daggerheart, the new live show, his game master advice, his player advice. We will have a whole lot more videos coming from the Legends of Avantris crew on a variety of topics. And we'll have more content coverage for Daggerheart and from people from Darrington Press. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support more videos like this, like, subscribe, leave comments, ring the bell, all of that. And again, videos like this are made possible by going to my Patreon. That helps me buy gear, it helps me fly out to different locations for these interviews, and it just helps us also make playtest material that we're excited about for different games that we love. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support.